Mark Cuban, famous Shark Tank investor and owner of the Dallas Mavericks basketball team. How did Mark Cuban find his way from a broke college student to a member of the Billionaires Club? Find out in today's episode of How They Got Rich.
My name is Dan Henry, and when I was 16 years old, I decided that I wanted to be rich. So I studied as many wealthy entrepreneurs as I could and used what I learned to create my own successful business. The purpose of this channel is to share my research with the world and show you how they got rich.
If you love watching Shark Tank, chances are you love Mark Cuban. And even if you've never seen the hit television show, you probably at least heard of it. Shark Tank is the entrepreneur's theme show, and Mark Cuban is the epitome of the successful entrepreneur. But Mark Cuban didn't start out rich and influential. In his early 20s, he didn't even have enough money to open a bank account. He shared a $600 a month apartment with 5 other people, often sleeping on the floor. So how exactly did Mark Cuban go from being a broke college student to becoming a wildly popular billionaire with something of a cult following? Mark Cuban was born on July 31st, 1958 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Good at making deals since he was a child, Mark was always looking for a way to earn a little extra cash. When he was 12, he sold garbage bag sets to save up for a pair of shoes that he liked, and while he was in high school, he sold stamps and coins to anyone who would buy. But Mark Cuban didn't officially enter the world of business until the 1980s, when he was in college at Indiana University. A born entrepreneur, Mark worked hard to save around $15,000 with the intent to open a bar. One of his professors at the university warned him that it was too daring of a move because he'd never seen an undergraduate successfully run a business while in school. Mark didn't let that scare him though. He continued working towards his goal. All that hard work paid off when his bar became a huge success, one of the most popular student bars in the whole town of Bloomington, Indiana. While Mark's initial venture was quite successful, it certainly wasn't the end of his journey to the top of the business world. He found his stride in his next endeavor, a tech company known as Micro Solutions. Thanks to Mark's creativity in business, Micro Solutions continued to thrive and grow. In 1990, just 7 years after launching Micro Solutions, Mark sold the company to CompuServe for a hefty sum of $6 million, instantly catapulting him into millionaire status. Being the fun-loving party boy that he was, he decided to retire and live off of that money for the next several years. He bought a lifetime pass on American Airlines and flew around the world, determined to see as many countries as possible. Even while exploring the world, Mark was constantly thinking of solutions to problems. For example, he wanted an easy way to keep up with his college basketball team while he was traveling. Alongside a good friend, Mark set out to find a new way to listen to his former university's basketball games over the radio. Together, they founded AudioNet, which rapidly grew into a massive sports broadcasting company. Despite its small start in Indiana college basketball, AudioNet quickly expanded to include hundreds of sports channels, radio programs, and even product launches. This venture eventually had its very own IPO, Mark's first, in 1998. Lucky for Mark, this was all happening during the rise of the internet. Mark watched AudioNet's stock shoot up from $18 to $62.75 in just one day. Mark decided to change the name of his company to Broadcast.com, and in 1999, he sold it to Yahoo for nearly $6 billion in stock. Mark said the first thing he did after that sale was a naked little billionaire dance. In fact, it was that single sale that contributed to his meteoric rise up the billionaire chain, and it all happened rather quickly. After liquidating some of that stock, Mark made a massive purchase in January of 2000, a purchase that solidified his standing as a relevant, rich influencer. He purchased a majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks of the National Basketball League for $280 million. The team was considered one of the worst in the league, but that didn't stop Mark from buying them anyway. In the years following his purchase, Mark did what he did best. He turned underdogs into superstars. He sat with the fans, cheering on the team, booing the referees, constantly boosting the Mavericks' morale. Under his ownership, the Mavs went on to win a championship in 2011, and today, they're valued at over $2 billion. Cuban has been instrumental in further developing the team's infrastructure, with plans to begin building a new state-of-the-art practice facility in the near future. Cuban also brought some new ideas to the NBA world, as the first owner ever to launch a blog. A mix of NBA commentary and his own tech insights, it quickly grew to be very popular, receiving thousands of emails a day from its readers. After becoming a billionaire, Mark Cuban could have easily decided to coast on the earnings from his business investments. He could be taking it easy, living off of passive income. Instead, he continues to move forward, exploring new opportunities every day. Along with investing money into the ventures of the Shark Tank contestants, Mark is still quite active in his own investment opportunities. For example, he currently runs 2929 Entertainment, which is a movie and TV production company that has produced several big-budget feature films. He even owns his own satellite TV channel, Access TV. His publishing ventures didn't stop with radio and television. He has also written and co-written multiple books. He's the author of the book, How to Win at the Sport of Business. If I can do it, you can do it. And he's working on another book at the time of this writing. Look for Life is Half Random. These are the questions and the answers. On top of all that, he somehow still manages to find time to keep up with the latest technology trends. In 2014, he launched an app called Cyberdust, which is a messaging app that is encrypted and private, so no one can share your information. Today, his app is still alive and well, with nearly 5-star reviews on all platforms. Never afraid to tell his opinion to the world, he claimed that he could beat both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton as the 2016 election drew closer. He meant it too, since he's repeatedly said that he's interested in running for president. Between technology, basketball, and politics, Mark Cuban is arguably one of the most active and opportunistic businessmen that we'll see in our lifetime. Even if his wealth isn't quite to the level of people like Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos, Mark Cuban has certainly paved his own way as one very rich, incredibly influential man. As a member of the Billionaires Club, Mark Cuban demonstrates time and time again just what it means to take advantage of unique business opportunities when presented with them. He loves investing in businesses and hearing new ideas, and he thrives on creativity and innovation. As one of the 6 sharks on Shark Tank, he's helped countless entrepreneurs get their companies off the ground. When he hears an idea that he likes, he never hesitates to make an offer. He's not afraid to make big moves. He knows exactly when to get into a market and how to get out on top. With his bold personality and quick wit, and having amassed a net worth of $4.2 billion, he clearly possesses one of the best minds in the business world. Not only that, but he's also as passionate as they come. From his invigorating, stress-inducing banter on Shark Tank to being the owner of the Dallas Mavericks of the NBA, Mark Cuban is one of the world's most eccentric billionaires.
Hey, Dan Henry here, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of How They Got Rich. I created this channel because these men and women inspired me to quit my job years ago as a pizza boy and pursue entrepreneurship, which eventually led me to become a multi-millionaire. If you'd like to know more about that, you can follow me on my main YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dan Henry. But before you go, I'd like to remind you why the people on this channel are successful, as well as myself. It's because they've mastered 3 main areas of their life: business, productivity, and mindset. And that's why I've made it my life's work to help others in those 3 key areas. So here are 3 ways I can help you right now. If you own a business and you're looking to grow it, you can head over to getclients.com and learn how we built a $20 million business, as well as learn how these strategies can apply to your business. You'll find a collection of free trainings, podcasts, and blog posts on that website to help you grow your business. As well, you can grab a free copy of my book, Digital Millionaire Secrets, which is a Wall Street Journal and USA Today bestseller. You can find that on getclients.com. Number 2, you can head over to plantomorrow.com and check out the Plan Tomorrow Daily Planner. This is a planner I personally designed to make myself more productive and get things done. Because the truth is, if you want to do big things, you have to get things done. And I know this planner will help change your life like it's changed mine. For a limited time, it also comes with a free productivity class taught by me, so head over there right now and grab yourself a copy. And finally, number 3, if you're struggling with mindset, confidence, motivation, imposter syndrome, or you're just looking to develop a rock-solid mindset so you can achieve more in life, then I want you to head over to howtothink.com, where we have daily mindset mentoring on how to achieve anything in life by changing the way you think. So grab a copy of your Plan Tomorrow Daily Planner now. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next episode.